dog, I'm a beast and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do.
Today, field in Landover, Maryland. It's week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Detroit Lions and the Washington football team. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 73 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now Jones. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
A loss of 9 yards.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
This opening drive is taken into the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll run on first down. Powers. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone. That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And now it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Powers. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Holding, receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Open man is Galladay. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards. Gain 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that. They run out of the gun with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry and you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And that will be incomplete.
Intended for T.J. Hawkinson.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And he fires one incomplete.
In any event, it happened. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Out of the gun now. He's got his man on the crossing route. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarters with no score.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the counter. It's Powers. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, and he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. On first down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 84 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Jones throwing on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
T.J. Hockenson.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Jones signaling, let's go. Trying to get his guys up to the line. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 45-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles, all passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the
and the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On-play action, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march for the chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
34-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing Jones. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
The ball carrier. He's tackled it.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Made at the 36.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Third down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
He was brought down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Off the play fake. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now fourth down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At the 26. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Now again, right side. Powers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Third down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Powers, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
At the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
4 yards remain for second down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. On second down now. It's Powers, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
At the 42-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Read.
They'll keep it on the ground. Powers. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
52 to Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Powers, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and it's caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.